Okay, so proceeding with our discussion, first we will start with the classification of research according to goal. Okay? So in this classification, okay, we have two subcategories. We have basic research and we have applied research. Okay? So basic research, okay, is also known as pure or fundamental research. Okay? So that is another term for basic research. Pure research or fundamental research. And then we have the applied research. So to discuss this one, let us first try to classify, okay, these following concepts, whether if it is basic research or applied research. So first we have the relationship between the volume and temperature of gas. Next, we have mosquito coil out of Lanzones extract. Next, we have vitamin A capsule out of marigold flower extract. Next, we have guayabano tea as an anti-cancer agent. So the next concept is the benefits of omega-3 fatty acid in the cardiovascular system. And lastly, we have the effects of solute concentration to the boiling point of a liquid. So, in order to discuss the difference between basic and applied research, let us try to classify these concepts, okay, whether if it is basic or applied. So, the one that I'm going to encircle are those that will fall under basic research. Okay? So, these concepts that I will encircle in orange color will be known as basic research or will be examples of basic research. So, first we have the relationship between the volume and temperature of gas. Next, we have the benefits of omega-3 fatty acid in the cardiovascular system. And last, we have the effects of solute concentration to the boiling point of a liquid. So, meaning to say, the examples of basic research are the concepts A, E, and F. Okay, so those are the examples under basic research. So, meaning to say, the three that we left out, okay, this mosquito coil out of Lanzones extract, this vitamin A capsule out of marigold flower extract, and this guayabano tea as an anti-cancer agent, okay, this will fall under applied research. So, concepts B, C, and D. This will fall under applied research. Okay? So, with this illustration or with this example, given the examples, we can now differentiate basic and applied research. So let us first discuss or start with the basic research. Okay? So the main objective of basic research, okay, let us try to elaborate it more. Okay, to discuss the main objective of basic research, let us try to use the example relationship between the volume and temperature of gas. Okay, so let's move this. So we have the relationship between the volume and temperature of gas. So this concept fall under basic research. Okay? So this concept is actually referring to the so-called gas laws. Okay? And these gas laws will be discussed in your grade 10 sciences. So one gas law or one example of a gas law will be the gas law formulated by Jacques Charles. Okay? Jacques Charles is a French chemist. He is a French chemist who formulated the gas law known as the Charles Law. Charles Law. Okay? So, Jacques Charles is the one who formulated Charles Law. Now, what is the main principle or main component of the Charles Law? So, the Charles Law states that the higher the temperature, okay, the higher the temperature, the higher the gas volume. Okay, so that is one, or that is one of the example of gas law, the Charles Law, which states that the higher the temperature, the higher the gas volume. So this one, or this kind of relationship between the volume and temperature of gas can be observed or can be applicable in the case of hot air balloon. Okay? In the case of hot air balloon. Why? Because in a hot air balloon, so let's say, okay, let's try to erase this one. Okay. So let's say this is an hot air balloon. Okay, hot air balloon. Then, as we all know, the hot air balloon is powered by fire inside. Okay? So, meaning to say, the bigger the fire, the higher the temperature. And the higher the temperature, the bigger the balloon. Why? Because there will be a higher volume of gas inside. So, there will be a higher volume of gas. Okay? So, using this example, or using this, let's say, concept, we can say that there is an acquisition of knowledge. Okay? We acquired knowledge. Why? Because we had the concept relationship between the volume and temperature of gas, and we derived an example. So that example gives us a knowledge. So it helped us, okay? It helped us to acquire the knowledge needed. So meaning to say, the first, okay? So meaning to say, the first objective or aim of basic research is to, or basic research is conducted because we need to gain knowledge. And this knowledge is based from one's curiosity. Okay? It is based from one's curiosity of the researcher. Okay? So, using the example, this one, we gained knowledge. And that is based on the curiosity of the researcher. Who is that researcher? So, Jacques Charles, the one who formulated Charles Law. Okay? Now, looking at this exact same example. Okay, looking at this exact same example, you have observed that the knowledge, which is the relationship between the volume and temperature of gas, okay, present. So this knowledge is present in basic research. Okay? And that is used, so this knowledge is used to create a product. And what product is created? The hot air balloon. Okay? The hot air balloon. However, the hot air balloon is not a part of basic research. It is not a product of basic research. So where can we classify it? The invention of hot air balloon, where we apply the knowledge of relationship between the volume and temperature of gas, will fall under applied research. Okay? So it will fall under applied research. So we can say that basic research does not aim to create a product. Okay? Basic research does not aim to create a product. However, basic research is the basis. Okay? Basis of applied research. So, meaning to say, basis of applied research, it is the foundation of applied research. Why? Because without the knowledge given by basic research, we cannot create a product. Okay? So, meaning to say, what is the objective of applied research? So, how do we define applied research? So, the basic objective of applied research is to produce, okay, or create, okay, a product. And this product, okay, this product will provide what? Solution to the existing problem. So that is the main difference between basic research and applied research. So basic research is obviously a research used to gain knowledge only, but it is not or does not create a product. However, applied research aims to create a product that will provide solution to our existing problem. Okay? So additionally, so let's say basic research is a research in which we acquire knowledge. Now this knowledge, okay? So let us try to write it down. Okay. So this knowledge, the knowledge acquired from basic research must be tested for several times. Okay? So this knowledge must be subjected to testing. Okay? It must be tested for several times. And how do we test it? We test the knowledge through the production of or the creation of hypothesis. So in order for us to test knowledge, we must create hypothesis. Okay? Now, this hypothesis, okay? This hypothesis, so plural hypothesis, okay? This hypothesis must be proven for several times, okay? If this hypothesis were proven for several times, and if this hypothesis produce, okay, let's say valid and reliable results, it will turn, or this hypothesis will turn into theories. And these theories can be turned into laws and principles. So meaning to say, basic research aims to provide knowledge that will provide hypothesis, and this hypothesis must be proven or tested for several times, and it must produce valid and reliable results. Now, once the hypothesis was proven for several times and once it produced valid and reliable results, it will form theories that will soon form laws and principles. Meaning to say, theories, laws, principles, and hypotheses are all derived from basic researches. Okay, so that is the main concept of main research. Now, how can we differentiate theories, laws, and principles? Okay, so try to write this concept down. Okay. So given the fact that basic research creates hypotheses, theories, laws, and principles, what will be the main differences between theories, laws, and principles? So we have theories, okay, we have laws, and we have principles. Okay, so theories in general, okay, in general, theories can be broad. Okay? It can be broad. Also, theories can be falsified. So, whenever we say falsified, it can be rejected. Now, if these theories narrow down to specific components, or if these broad theories become specific, okay, if these theories become specific or turn into specific ideas, this is where laws are generated. So meaning to say, when the broad theory is chunked into pieces or into components, laws are created. Okay? So meaning to say, laws are specific ideas. Specific ideas derived where? Derived from theories. And these specific ideas can't be changed. Okay? Why? Why can't it be changed? Okay, remember that theories can be rejected. They can be falsified. Now, once that theories are accepted, you cannot change it anymore. Okay, once the theories are accepted, you form laws that cannot be changed anymore. Okay? Now, as this law become a universal application, it will produce principles. So meaning to say, principles are just part of the law. Okay? Meaning to say, principles are the building blocks of laws. Okay? So principles is the building block of laws, while the laws are the building block of theories. So that is the main concept or the differences between theories, laws, and principles that are derived from basic research. Okay? So to further discuss even more, okay? So furthermore, basic research is conducted for the sake of intellectual pleasure. It is conducted for the sake of intellectual pleasure. When we say intellectual pleasure, it is conducted to produce ideas and concepts. Okay? Derived from knowledge. Applied research, however, applied research are actually the results derived from basic research. Okay, applied research are, or the results derived from basic research. Why? Because this is where we apply basic research. So applied research is the application of basic research. Okay? So that is the main difference between the classification of research according to goal. The basic research aims to provide knowledge, ideas, and concepts. Applied research aims to create a product or results derived from the application of basic research. So in the next video presentation, we will now proceed to the next classification of research according to purpose.